Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
We have the proper acoustics.
Are we set up finally?
We don't need no bloody studio.
Just need a garage.
What's your garage?
Just a garage. That's how we've been doing it. It's in the garage.
Nothing wrong with that?
We have been using the White Lightning Harley Davidson mobile studio. That's what we've been using.
Your cell phone?
My cell phone. My cell phone. It is still sponsored by White Lightning.
Well, you need to get them to pay for your cell phone bill.
I've tried to get them to pay for my cell phone bill. That would be fantastic if we could get something like that coordinated. But otherwise, what's funny, so this always happens if you notice everybody else got quiet as soon as I push the button.
All the nervousness.
All the nervousness. Yeah, because everybody's just waiting for me to go, hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. You going to try it this time?
I was going to steal your thunder, but you didn't.
You've already done that.
I was going to do it. I seen the lead in, and I was about to open my mouth, and then you did it.
So this should be a fun one. The last one was really fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it. A lot of people got to listen to it. A lot of people said it was thoroughly enjoyable. We are in a completely different location. We are in a new location tonight. So I will start off with introducing everybody. So as always, I am Markless, your clueless leader. I promise I'm not intoxicated. We also have Lewis.
I'm here again.
We have Miss Muffin.
Hello.
We have Miss Megan.
Oh, hey.
We have Bill, y'all. Y'all know who Bill is. We have two people on the show tonight. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
My name is Daniel, and my wife over here, Stephanie.
Hey there.
So this is the Daniel and Stephanie that we have previously talked about on the podcast. And we finally were able to get stuff worked out so we can have the podcast. It took us driving to their house to record it to get them on the podcast.
They literally were going to make zero effort into this podcast.
Well, you can't tell me you have a mobile studio and then not be mobile.
That's true.
But he did set us up with an awesome garage, tons of beer.
Yeah, you have a whole fridge.
He kind of went out of his way.
And 5 motorcycles.
And 5 motorcycles. Yeah.
5 motorcycles, and considering only 2 people rode here.
So everybody give a golf clap, just Daniel and Stephanie. A little bit too loud for a golf clap, but that's okay.
So we have motorcycle for
Some
everybody.
people just don't play golf.
Yeah.
I've got clubs over there.
We could have went with a jazz snap.
Oh, that's too hard. Well, I can't.
You got to change hands.
My hands are busy.
You got to free up a hand. All right, so we got lots of stuff that I want to talk about. So the first thing that I want to talk about is y'all's collection, because you have 3 motorcycles. So let's start with the first one. What is the first Kawasaki that you have here?
Well, we'll go with the newest one first. It's a 99 Kawasaki ZRX 1100. The second one is a 79 KZ 1000, which we had rebuilt to an 1175 kit. And then over there, the lonely Honda 1985 CB 650 that is relegated to the corner.
Is that one nicknamed Rattle Can?
It could be. I mean, do you want to give it a nickname?
It's Rattle Can.
It's Rattle Can.
The name of the bike.
There is Rattle Can.
It's blue. Just to clarify, it's not Rattle Can Primer Black. It is blue.
Hey, that's the expensive duplicolor Rattle Can.
Ooh, fancy.
I think I still have a can of that over there on the spray paint shelf.
I'm going to give you a tip. If you're going to buy expensive paint to paint your motorcycle, go ahead and buy an expensive painter to do it for you too.
Hey, you know what? It was black when I bought it, then it was tan, and then Stephanie wanted a blue motorcycle, so it became blue.
Was that the blue you were looking for, or like a brighter blue?
No, it wasn't. That's what you got.
I feel like if your wife says, "I want a blue motorcycle," she's not talking about like Lowe's Cobalt.
She wants like your mailbox blue.
Yeah.
She wants
I'm not going to put a $1,000 paint job on a $500 bike.
Didn't you say it's a duplicate color?
It is duplicolor, so
You could have got any color that you wanted. You didn't have to go cobalt.
That's more navy.
That was on sale that day.
That is more navy. Yeah. I'm sorry. He claims it was $30 paint, but he just said it was on sale, so he bought the stuff off the clearance rack.
You're lucky it's not house paint.
So the KZ1000 though, that's still is that? I mean, I know you said it's kind of been repainted.
I have not repainted it, but it was definitely redone sometime in its 40-year life.
Okay, but
At some point.
that was a black bike to start
Yes,
with. Okay.
that was a black bike to start with.
I mean, the rear fender, you can tell when you're looking at the top of the rear fender that it has definitely been repainted or
Yeah.
body work or something been done to it. But the gas tank looks really good.
Gas tank is great. That the previous owner left it in a covered carport where the rear end of it was out in the sun.
Okay.
So the front of the bike's great. Back of the bike, needs a little help.
So you had a black motorcycle with probably a gray tail section.
It's definitely faded when you look at them. You can compare the parts together.
Yeah.
It's not. One day after Lewis gets his painted, maybe I'll hit the guy up.
Light that spark.
Yeah.
Mine should be done here in a couple weeks, hopefully.
Well,
But the question is the bike still going to be running after it gets repainted?
It's a Kawasaki. It'll run forever, probably.
We just had a conversation. You're afraid to tell everybody that you're scared that it might break down on you now?
No, I'm not. Yeah, so got a slight rattle. Almost sounds like a coffee grinder. Occasionally.
you know when you hit 40, it gets a little bit noisy.
Yeah.
Easy.
But
I'm close to
at
hitting
the same
40.
time, it does start up just immediately. One kick, only one kick bike I've ever had. So
Let me ask you a more important question about being a one-kick motorcycle. Why the hell are you kicking it? It's got electric start.
because I can.
Probably doesn't work.
It probably doesn't.
Because I can.
He likes to show off.
I like to show off.
He really does.
Do bets around the house. All right, $20 says this thing will kick first time.
I don't even do it.
Bets around the house. You mean you bet Megan?
Yeah, and I don't even play. He goes, "You owe me $100." I'm like,
Great, out of the joint bank account.
I'm like, okay.
Like,
We just use that to buy more motorcycle parts.
So,
Parlor tricks.
have you ever kicked your KZ?
That one I can't kick over. After we did the big bore kit,
Yeah.
it's got too much compression on it.
But it also has an electric
it has
start.
an electric start.
Yeah. You see how that works there?
Mine has an electric start that works fine.
he just has to look cool. You know that.
I just want to look cool.
Do you remember, were you at Bud's that night when Amanda shows up with her shovel head and Shannon thinks he's going to be cool? He's sitting there and he's kicking and kicking and kicking and kicking on the shovel head. Then finally someone goes up and goes, "You might want to make sure the keys turned on." After like kicking on him for 5 minutes.
That video actually popped up on my Facebook. the other
It
day.
did. I was like, that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, because unless you have a bike that straight up the ignition's been removed,
Yeah.
you still have to have that ignition switch turned on for a kick to work.
Still gotta have power.
Well,
Yeah.
that's on that blue Honda, the rattle can. Unfortunately, the charging system, like I told you,
Yeah.
doesn't work under 4,000 RPM. Lots of dead batteries. I have push started that bike more times than I'd like to admit. Fortunately, my office downtown has a hill.
Yeah.
So
And you have a little bit of a downhill here at your place.
if I have to push it from my house, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before you get to a flat spot, it felt like you've got like a half a mile before you get to a flat spot.
Yeah, down there on the main road.
Almost to the main road, you have a flat spot. If you have enough speed, you could probably actually coast it all the way past the sharp corner down here. So,
I don't know if I want to be caught on Morris Hill like that.
yeah, that might be a good
People
idea.
drive crazy out here.
That might be a good point.
Tennessee drivers.
This guy. The guy with the BMW. So,
Well, I'm a glutton for punishment, so that's how it works.
I can tell I've seen your motorcycle collection.
Yeah. If it's old, crotchety, and doesn't want to start every time, perfect. I can do that.
Then why do you own a Camry?
I need something. I need one thing reliable in my life. Best car I've ever owned.
Yeah, I mean, you have a BMW, 2 Volkswagens, and 3 old motorcycles.
Look at my old Dodge truck.
Oh, yeah, and your old Dodge truck. And then the Camry.
And then the Camry. Old reliable.
Yeah. Now I understand why you own a Camry.
Like I said, something's got to run. I like every time I go get everything insured, they ask me, it's like, well, do you need rental cars? I don't need that extra coverage. What's that, $50 extra a year? I don't need that.
It's like something could happen here and literally like trees fall on everything. You still don't need a rental car.
No.
Yeah.
They push it hard though, because it's their free money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad we're not sponsored by an insurance company. I'm back.
Yeah.
Shush. This podcast brought to you by Geico.
Actually, speaking of Geico, just transferred all the motorcycles over to the car policy.
Yeah.
Cut it down in half from what I was paying before.
Yeah.
So
I'm on Progressive. I don't mind it. I mean, I run the Progressive Direct, and I don't mind it. They've been pretty good. I know Shannon had Progressive Direct when he had his accident with the street glide, and they treated him like a champ. So I was like, man, because that was the big thing. I had it before he had his accident, and I was like, let me know how they do during your accident.
So let's find out if this is actually worth it.
Well, so with the Progressive, and I don't know if there's like a point where they do this or if they just kind of automatically do it with their motorcycle policies and stuff like that, but it automatically came with $3,000 in accessories coverage. So, and you can up that total. So that was rather nice. I need to increase mine. I need to tell them that my bike's worth like $60,000. That way, in case something happens to it, I'm gonna go buy 2 brand new street glides.
So I promise everything I have. It's just
No, I'll buy a new
$100,000.
street glide and a new Pan America. Still have money left over to buy old Vespa.
All right, so we got some big stuff happening this week.
Oh, Friday.
Friday.
Well, hang on. Before we get to Friday,
A few more days in the week.
let's also. Well, no, not that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go much further past Friday, because we are getting some big kind of sponsorship getting out there opportunities. Panama. So Panama Fall Rally at Lucky 13. I still haven't double checked the address, but I'm pretty sure it's 12,000 Front Beach Road. It's directly across from the Sterling Reef and just down from one of the piers. Yeah, but it is down from Grand Panama. I know Bill likes to tell everybody it's right next to Alvin's Island, but there's like 14,000 Alvin Island.
Alvin Island, it used to be there, it's not there.
It's not yet.
Okay, it was next to the Alvin's Island that had the miniature golf course.
Right.
Didn't they have like an alligator or something inside the building too?
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, so we're going to be down there. We're going to be doing a live podcast that day. So unfortunately, you won't be able to listen to it live unless you're in Panama. So, AKA, if you want to hear it live, come to Panama. As soon as I can get dates confirmed and stuff on that, we'll be doing that. But back to what Lewis was saying.
Big things happening Friday.
Yes.
The Daily Biker podcast, Bike Night, Friday night. Bar Watson in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Shalford Road, just up half a block up from corner of Shalford and Lee Highway.
Yep. So we've got a couple things out on social media, getting some interest going. Since Nightfall is not going to have any more motorcycles for at least
The foreseeable future.
more than likely the foreseeable future, we're going to do our own thing. So Friday night, we're going to be at Bar Watson. May or may not do a live broadcast there, but we're going to have a few little drawings, things like that. Bar Watson, if you've never been there, it's got some real good food.
Yeah.
Awesome staff, cold beer. So it'll be a good bike outing for everybody. And since Nightfall's not going to do anything,
Well, they were still doing those food specials on Friday because they were doing the $6 flatbreads.
yeah.
So, and I saw a lot of people eating flatbreads. It's a $6 flatbread. I mean, how are you going to say no to a $6 flatbread?
They're good too.
Or
Yeah.
a $2 beer.
Or a
Right.
$2 beer? Yeah.
Well, I'm just excited that we're actually, since Friday was going to be, our Friday nights were going to kind of be a bust now that Chattanooga, probably one of the greatest bike night or motorcycle friendly cities that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was kind of a sucker punch to the gut.
I would say, honestly, for a single night, couple hour bike night, Nightfall is probably one of the biggest bike nights that happens in the country, even though it's not labeled as a bike night.
Right.
It's more free music festival with free motorcycle parking.
Yeah.
it still ends up becoming kind of one of the biggest bike nights.
Oh yeah, everybody looked forward to it. Of course, that kind of got ruined.
Hey, we're drinking beer. It's fine.
I mean, what'd you pause for? Because he opened up a can?
I was trying to figure out which
You got
word I
excited.
wanted to use. But
Yes.
anyways,
You
so
tried to articulate it
Yeah.
in a proper way, yes.
but anyways, we're gonna have a good time on Friday night. So if you guys can come out, obviously there's nothing else going on in town, so
Yeah, that should be a good time.
it'll be a real good time.
We have some of our regulars in town that are going to come out there. Some of them are listeners, some of them aren't. But that being said, I can see where people listen from. Chattanooga. I know we have a lot of you that listen. So whether you have a motorcycle, I don't care if you have a motorcycle or you don't, or what kind of bike you have. We don't care. We want you to come out and just have a good time with us. Come out, hang out, and show your love, show your support, and show these people that know me and Lewis outside of the podcast that y'all enjoy the podcast, that you love the podcast, and that it's a good time to y'all.
So I think we got some people that are going to help us out with that. Of course, Barbara Watson's going to host the whole deal for us. Still
Yep.
Horse Law.
Still Horse Law is going to
We're
contribute.
gonna get
Contribute.
some money.
We'll have another cash prize that we're going to do a drawing for. So yeah, it'll be a good time, and got plenty of parking. So yeah, y'all come out.
Yeah, it'll be a great time. So I asked them when we were setting this up. I said, "Could you handle about 50 or 60 extra people next Friday night?" She's like, "Yeah, that's no problem." And I turned to Lewis and I said, "She's gonna be pissed if 150 people show up."
Piss them off.
That's the thing. I would rather her come to me and go, "Too many people are here," and I'll go, "Sorry."
Yeah.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is permission.
Let's hope so. I mean, look at the motorcycling community we have here in Chattanooga.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I'm fortunate enough that in my job I meet so many different people from the motorcycling community, and I'll talk to people, and they're literally like, "Oh, I didn't know there was a podcast," and I'm like, "Dude, it's Chattanooga's only motorcycle-based podcast." But as Lewis likes to say, it's the Chattanooga-based motorcycle podcast.
That's right.
I don't think there's another one in town.
No.
No, I don't
there's
think there
not.
is.
If there was, I would have heard about it. But that being said, I have heard about another motorcycle-based podcast that apparently has been out, what we're thinking, like 3 years.
Yeah, because they're on season 3.
They're on season 3, so we're not doing seasons. We're rolling through. You're going to get one every week. I mean, even if it's where you have an episode where we talk about snowmobiles and ATVs, because that's the only way we can get around.
If we have snowmobiles here in Chattanooga, we've got some other problems.
Right?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. That the chances of us doing a podcast where we're talking about snowmobiles and ATVs, something's going on. But I mean, I have 4-wheel drive, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. I mean, if the weather just gets that bad, I can go pick up the Pan America, right?
That's right. Yeah.
There you go.
And they're put snow skis on it.
It's
Plus
got knobbies
tires.
on it.
Yeah.
Even
Harley
though-
Davidson came out with that accessory, right? Can't you replace the tires with snow skis?
We have knobbies on the Pan America.
Yeah.
On the showroom bike?
On
demo bike?
the demo bike, it has knobbies on it. You'd never know that you're riding on knobbies.
Has anyone taken it off road yet?
Yep. Oh, you want a reaction?
I do want a reaction.
Yep.
Yep.
Were you looking for something more than that?
I'm just curious how it does.
So one of the things that the dealership is going to be doing, because it's done so well, is they're going to be doing, and because the dealership does dealer rides, once a month we'll do a dealer ride where we'll ride to a particular destination. So for instance, August 21st, we're going to, the dealership's going to ride to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary.
Okay.
I want people also, if you're listening to this and you're listening to the Daily Biker Podcast, that is anybody and everybody can go, because we have people show up for the dealer rides riding non-Harleys, and we don't discriminate. So a lot of us that work at the shop are younger, and we didn't start on Harleys. We don't discriminate against people that ride Harleys. We've had several employees that don't ride Harleys. We have employees that don't ride. We don't, it's not a discrimination thing. For a lot of us at the dealership, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, we just appreciate motorcycles. We love motorcycles, and we understand whatever is good for the motorcycle community is going to be good for us as well.
You guys are over here in my garage. I don't have any Harleys. Haven't owned one
Right. But there's one in your garage, and I have a Harley T-shirt.
No,
Oh, two T-shirts.
both of you have Harley T-shirts.
She's got on this little shop shirt.
There you go. All right.
That's what happens when you buy a Harley.
No, one day's.
When you have over 500 different stores that you can visit in the nation, just in the continental United States, you usually end up with a T-shirt. I'm going to tell you, when you buy a Harley, it makes Christmas a whole lot easier for your friends and family because they just stop somewhere and buy you a T-shirt.
You just have a dresser full of Harley T-shirts.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I have a closet full of Harley shop shirts, like the little button-ups and stuff. Bill's bought me like 3 of them, so.
Good gift for Christmas.
Yeah, all he needs to know is what size shirt I wear, and then he's like, oh, yeah, you think he'd like this one? Sure. Buy it for me.
Yep.
Buy multiple at a time.
It's easy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then there's so many other brands, clothing brands, that are kind of synonymous with Harley, too, that you can kind of dive into down that road. So it makes life really easy. I mean, I don't know, really, can you walk into a Kawasaki dealership and buy a Kawasaki T-shirt?
I'm sure you could, but.
Oh, yeah.
They have what, 2 options?
You're pretty good
Here's
selection.
your
I don't know,
green T-shirt,
they
here's your
turn me
black
away.
T-shirt.
I come in with the 79. They're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
No.
just wait. When
You have 4 carburetors? Go get the hell out of here.
Well, just wait. In
when
a couple
everything
years,
starts
you're going to show
slowing-
up.
When everything starts slowing down and all the work is getting, then they'll be like, oh yeah, bring it in here. Come on in.
Well, just wait. In a couple years, you're going to show up with a what? Is it a 04 you said?
No, that's a 99.
Okay, the 99. Heck, it might not even be a couple years from now. You're going to show up, they're going to look at you and go, nope,
Probably show up now.
too old.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all right. All that'll change here pretty soon. When all the work starts slowing down, then they'll be like, oh yeah, we can do carburetor work again. That's no problem.
So
Miraculously,
here-
we know how to do it now.
Well, here's the issue.
We hired an 85-year-old man.
That's what you got to have. You have to have someone that knows what they're doing. And unfortunately, a lot of these dealerships, the old heads that knew those bikes aren't there no more.
Well, there's a lot of young guys that know how to work on carburetors. I mean,
The young guys that are doing that on their own are doing exactly that. They're doing that on their own. They're not doing it at the shop.
But let's face it. I mean, there's a lot of people that do. Right now, the reason why nobody's wanting to work on carburetors or anything is because their shops are so jam-packed with other stuff to work on, warranty work or newer bikes. They don't want to fool with it right now. And understandably so.
Yeah.
I do think that's going to change pretty soon.
Well, I'm gonna say it this way because you coming from someone that's worked in now 3 different motorcycle shops and seeing what happens when someone comes in with an older motorcycle. You know, his 99 comes in. It's not necessarily going to be that big of a deal, but we'll have people come in with those old bikes for a tire change, and they'll get their bike back, and maybe a rattle developed while it's there. It's a 40-year-old motorcycle. That happens. But you literally have them go, what did you do? That rattle wasn't there before. It's like, it's a 40-year-old motorcycle. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It sat for 2 days. I mean...
Honestly, I'd be concerned if mine didn't rattle.
Well,
That means the thing that's rattling is probably not there anymore.
Right. Well, and that's... But see, even at that same point, people will be like, oh, well, there's a rattle here now. It's like, well, the only thing we did was put your rear tire on and adjusted your chain. And you'll bring it back and it's like, oh, well, your front sprocket needs to be replaced. Well, what'd you do? We just put a rear tire on and adjusted your chain. Maybe your chain hadn't been adjusted in 5 years. Yeah, there's all
Look,
kinds of stuff.
I don't know that one has gas in it until I lift it up and it leaks.
Okay. So are you saying that one is really good on an oval track?
Oh, it'd be perfect.
It's
Perfect.
or not even an oval, just a perfect circle track. As long as you can just stay leaning left.
As long as it's leaned over, it doesn't leak any gas straight down.
Now, do you have it on those blocks of wood, the kickstand?
Yes,
So if you didn't have it on the kickstand on the blocks of wood, would it almost be laying on the ground?
pretty much.
It'd be laying like this one.
Yeah, well, even worse than that one. I know, the first time that I put the kickstand up on that bike and I laid it down, I was, oh shit. What? I thought I was going to fall over.
Yeah. We had a soft tail come in like that the other day. I was like, I didn't understand. I was like, did they put a short kickstand on
Is
this
it broken?
motorcycle? I mean, I leaned it and I was like, as I put it on the kickstand, I'm like, this thing's going way too far. Way too far. So, another thing me and Daniel were talking about before we started recording, I guess we're going to kind of repeat ourselves a little bit. The Pan America. So, Revzilla did a comparison. They took what they ranked as their top ADV motorcycle, the BMW GS 1250, and they put a Pan America S up against it.
How'd that go?
They said if they'd had the Pan America S when they did the competition with all the other motorcycles, the Pan America S still would have came in second place. They said it was a very, very close competitor, and based off of how BMW has essentially their updates where they went from the 11 to the 1150 to the 12 to the 1250, if they kept that same pace, version 1.2 of the Pan America will very easily be the number one motorcycle.
Yeah.
It did lack in some places, they said, but it was just kind of one of those things where it wasn't nothing major.
Yeah.
It was kind of where you went, if you took the list of where it just lacked and said, little tweak, you would have, it'll be the best motorcycle in the world. The biggest thing, though, that they kept talking about in that's one of the things me and Daniel were talking about. That's their first try at that motorcycle.
Yeah.
And they come out with something that's extremely close to being the top dog.
Well,
Yeah.
they're coming against companies that have been making this type of motorcycle for 10, 20, 30 years. And the fact that they can get to the top that quickly with their first entry.
Well, they did
That's
mention.
impressive, really.
It is.
Yeah, they did mention in the article about manufacturers being lazy. They have a bike out, people know it, people buy it. And it's kind of like when they were talking about it, the Super Tenere was at the bottom of their list. But I know guys that swear by the Super Tenere. They'll tell you it's the best motorcycle ever made. And there's probably people listening to this right now going, hold up, stop, I got to Google what a Super Tenere is, because they've never even seen one. I mean, I think the first time I saw one was at the Vintage Festival. So it took 10,000 old dudes that ride the weirdest motorcycles in the world to show up for me to ever even know what a Super Tenere was. And now I'll see one, I'm like, oh, it's a Super Tenere. And people are like, what's a Super Tenere? So, but there's other motorcycles, I think, that try and push into that class that aren't there. I think, to me, it's almost more like they're trying to emulate that class, but still know that they're not an ADV bike, they're still a street bike.
I think the biggest thing in the past year, we had 2020 with COVID, everybody was locked up, couldn't do anything.
Except ride motorcycles.
Except for you could do that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these manufacturers realized that, and everybody started putting bikes together like, well, maybe I want to go on a long distance trip, but I may have to go off-road somewhere.
Yeah.
And that market seems to have exploded in the past year.
Well, we don't have it as much here on the West Coast, but if you go out to the Midwest and on the West Coast, you can cross entire states without ever hitting pavement.
Well, and the utility, though, of those, whether you plan on taking it off-road or not, the utility of those bikes are substantially better than anything else that you're going to get on the market.
Well, for someone that's buying a Pan America, though, too, that's going to go, that literally goes, or is interested in one and goes, I'm never going off-road. They sell that one. You can get the mag wheels with a more conventional street tire on it.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy laced wheels. You don't have to buy the more aggressive off-road tires. You can literally buy one and go, this is a road bike.
Yeah, and that's probably the way that I would buy one. I would buy one. I think I would want the spoke wheels just in case, but most of the time, let's face it, we're going to ride those bikes. They're going to be on the street. You do have the ability to go off-road if you want to, but it's...
I think if I had one, I'd go off-road just because I could.
Well, yeah, you would a couple of times, but...
Well, it's like we're talking about this dirt trail that runs up the power lines right here at the end of the road. We're like, wish I had a Pan America right now.
Yeah, if you had a better... we'd go up that.
Just take the rattle can Honda.
I think it'll spin out before I get over that first berm.
Well, it's rattle can Honda. Who cares?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I think the biggest thing for the Pan America is it's the first generation of Harley's attempt at making an ADV style bike. People are going to wait until 1.5 or version 2 to really get into it and where it'll actually be truly competitive with the GS 1250.
Yeah. My hopes is that when they come out with version 2, what you'll have is a smaller CC version of it as well. You'll have, because the motor, the Revolutionary Max motor that they're putting in that thing at a 1250, They have that motor, not in the market right now, but they have that motor in a variation that's a 975.
Is that the one they're putting in the new Sportster?
Still getting the 1250. It's just, I don't know how they did it. The torque is still the same, but the horsepower number is lower. Someone asked me, well, why would they lower the horsepower? Well, the bike's also like 50 to 75 pounds lighter.
Yeah, it'd probably be pretty tough to use all the horsepower in that new Sportster.
Well, I don't care. I mean, that horsepower number, yeah, cool. Something has 150 horsepower, something has 120 horsepower, something has 100 horsepower. If you don't have the torque, you don't have the torque. That's all there is to it, because there's so many motorcycles out there that it's like, this bike has 180 horsepower and then 110 foot-pounds of torque.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about something now. Look, we have multiple vintage bikes in the garage here. Most of these, 100 horsepower in the 1970s, 1980s was insane. You didn't have that. Well, you didn't have the technology to back it up. You didn't have the suspension components or anything like that. I would say you probably don't need 150 horsepower, but you got to compete with emissions regulations.
Right. Well, I mean, ideally, what I'd love to have is probably around the torque range that my bike currently has, which is in that 115 to 120 torque. Yeah. Ignore the horsepower rating. That torque, because that torque is what makes it fun. And there's that old saying about, horsepower is how fast you hit the wall. Torque is how far you take the wall with you. So, and that's 100% true, because you got guys that are going, oh, I got 180 horsepower. And it's like, okay, this is a drag race. It doesn't matter if you have 180 horsepower, because we're going to see who can get to the end of this 1320 first.
Well, talk about how this is an extended swing arm.
Yeah, let's not.
So, out of curiosity.
No, if you're going to do that, just get an M109.
Oh, God.
Not being,
you shake your head.
Not being a Harley guy, what is the smallest engine Harley makes right now?
883.
Do they still make the 883?
For the domesticated market?
Yeah, for the U.S. market, since I'd imagine a majority of your listeners
883.
Okay.
We do have...
Are they still making the 883? I thought they were...
Yes, currently.
Okay.
Currently. So, I don't know... So, they have released that new Sportster, and it's going to be a 1250. They have not said anything, though, about the current Sportster, if it's going to stay in the market. And I would imagine, at least for a couple years probably, you're still going to have that bike in the market. It's going to be kind of more of a phase in, phase out, because if you literally just went, okay, here's the new Sportster, you're going to have the same thing happen with what happened with the Softail in 2018, where they get rid of the Dyna in 17 last year for the Dyna, and people go, a Softail doesn't replace a Dyna. But the guys that get out there and ride one go, oh, this thing's bad. But it's still, it's taken 3-4 years really for that to even catch on.
Yeah. Now, I'm trying to remember. Harley Davidson put out a big marketing campaign. It was a couple years, or maybe last year. They were talking about a new bike that they were going to bring out, and I can't think of the name of it right now. It's escaping me.
What kind of bike was it?
It was going to be kind of that. I really can't. It was more street oriented, kind of a little bit more than the Sportster, but not
Like the Bronx, maybe?
the Bronx.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
So essentially a Street Fighter style motorcycle.
Yeah.
So the Bronx, and that was the thing. The Bronx has that Rev Max motor in it in a 975.
Okay, so I couldn't remember if that was going to be a
So
1250.
they haven't. So they haven't said that they're not going to do it, but it has been put on the back burner. Till when? I don't know, because that would probably be my next motorcycle.
Well, they had it on their website for a long time, and then all of a sudden it just kind of disappeared, and everybody stopped talking about it because it was a big deal.
They also had a management change.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the new CEO, didn't he come from like Abercrombie and Fitch or some company like that?
I don't know where he's from, honestly. I know we were looking up the other day about how to say his name, because he's German, and when you look at his name, it looks like you would say like Joe Chan or something.
You need to say this right here.
I know. We looked at no. So that's what I'm saying. the way it looks, the way
Yeah,
us
the way
dumb
it looks
Americans
is-
would read it,
Yeah.
compared to what
I know
his name
English
actually
our
is.
second language.
But it's almost like, so when we were listening to it, because I went to a German translator website that does audio, and typed in his name, because apparently it's an extremely popular name in Germany. But it's actually like Jochen. But it's Jochen. Yeah. But it's Jochen.
I can see how that can be misconstrued.
Yeah, well, like, so you hear his name and people are like, oh, it's Johann. And then you look it up and it's like, yeah, that's not how you spell Johann. So that's where the confusing comes in, because I know one of the guys at work was like, is that supposed to be Joaquin? I was like, no, that is so not how you spell Joaquin. No, that's not how you spell Joaquin. So yeah, that was an interesting conversation with him. But that's one of those old school Harley guys too that was asking that same question.
Well, because I remember the Bronx, they were doing all the big marketing campaign about the same time they were doing all the Livewire
Correct.
campaign.
Correct.
So that's what once again,
So-
as a non-Harley rider. Or
So the thing
follows
with
Harley,
that, and that's what kind of makes me sad, because the Livewire, if you haven't rode one, it's an awesome motorcycle.
That's a fun bike.
It is a super fun motorcycle. So anybody that would have came in and looked at the Livewire and been like, man, this is great. I can't deal with the range anxiety, or I can't deal with the price point, or those types of things. Then you go, okay, well, here's you almost the exact same motorcycle. It's a gas engine, and it gets this many miles to the gallon, and it's this price, which I'm sure would have been substantially lower in price. You would have sold them right and left. It would have been similar to how Ford did for a while with the Ranger. People didn't buy the Ranger; they bought the F-150, but they used the Ranger to get people into the dealership. And it would have been a similar fashion. You would have used the Livewire to get people into the dealership, and then they in turn would have used sold the Bronx.
which I think is one of, in my opinion, coming from cheap Japanese motorcycles, is Harley Davidson's biggest downfall. You walk into the dealership, you don't see anything under $10,000.
Well, but so yes and no. I mean,
New. I'm gonna say I've never been in one where I've seen something under 10.
So the thing about it, though, is talk about cheap used Japanese motorcycles. When was the last time you walked into a Japanese motorcycle dealership and looked at new motorcycles?
When Southern Honda was doing their grand opening, me
So-
and Lewis went over there.
So now you know a CBR 600 is more than 10.
Yes, but a CBR 600 is a race replica motorcycle.
Well, I mean, but it is. It's not. It's definitely not good for the street.
It is not a
looks
street
like a
bike.
race bike.
I mean, it is a race bike.
I mean, if you want to
And
be
people are
really
starting to figure that
uncomfortable
out.
and go fast doing uncomfortable things, then yeah.
I mean,
it's
a
perfect street
600cc bike is absolutely. It's definitely not anything good for the street.
It's not practical.
Which is all the reason
Okay.
why Yamaha quit making the R6. But
Well, let me
they
put it out
make
like
an
this.
R6 street, track bike.
Let me put it out like this. How many, and part of it's because of the local dealership, how many CBR 1000s are in Chattanooga?
All of them.
That's a good
All of
number.
them?
All of them. I don't think they exist anywhere else in the world. Have you seen the price of a new 1000?
Oh, it's incredible.
It is insane. Well, I mean, the price of everything right now has gone up just exponentially.
For a new 1000, for a bike that's only comfortable for a couple miles for one person, you can literally buy a touring bike.
Well, you talk about uncomfortable for one person.
Yeah,
We
rode a sport bike forever for 2 up.
Going back to Nightfall, you see those guys that have those CBR 1000 double Rs. Their girlfriend's like on the rear fender.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no seat.
Yeah.
Well, you have guys that show up on the BMW S1000 RR wearing shorts.
Yeah.
That's the dad thing.
Flip flops. You have to wear flip flops. I mean, it goes back to your gear episode.
Heather. Yeah.
PBR.
Sorry, private conversations.
I found the PBR.
Sorry, I had one
Sorry.
PBR in the fridge. I apologize.
Yeah,
I think that was
I mean-
the last PBR.
Snooze you lose, Lewis.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know I had such high-class visitors over at my house.
Yeah, I mean, flip-flops, that's just one thing I can't do. We have a friend of ours that will ride in flip-flops all the time. But he also has heel toe shift, so he doesn't have to pull up with his toe.
Well, no, I love watching those guys cruising down the interstate at 100 miles an hour, tank top, short shorts, flip-flops.
Yeah.
You know, we're in Tennessee, not Florida.
Well, here's the thing, too. The guy that's cruising down the street in his tank top, short shorts, flip-flops on a sport bike is also wearing, like, a $400 full-face helmet.
Yeah.
And he's got the back
safety first.
He's got the back protector. Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he'll wear that
back
the little vest thing or whatever that has like the turtle shell on the back. That's obvious too. It's like it's not even hiding. They're like, we're gonna put it on the outside so you know. It's kind of like the Dynas when they first got rid of it. How are people gonna know how much I paid for my suspension? So
Yeah. Everybody was upset about getting rid of the Dynas. All the people that weren't going to buy one anyways. When they sat on the showroom floor for 2 years, new old stock.
That's how you get the best deals.
Yeah. Well, they weren't going to buy them. That was the thing. They never bought them. And then, of course, as soon as they get rid of them, whether like the FXR, well, that was the best bike that was ever made. And all this
I meet people now that are like, oh, if I could find a good Dyna, I'd buy it right now. It's like, okay, cool. We have 2 at the dealership.
Yeah.
2 great Dynas, great condition Dynas, look like new, low miles. Guess where they're still sitting at?
Yeah. Because they're the best bike. You know, people are saying the same thing right now about the Sportster. Oh, they're killing off the Sportster and replacing it with this. That was the best bike ever made. It's like, well, then why didn't you buy it?
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, that'd be the time to sell them. Get rid of them.
Yeah.
I do like the new Sportster with the high pipes on it.
I don't think, for some of these Sportster guys and some of the Dyna guys did it too, they all of a sudden, as soon as they got rid of the Dyna, they thought their bike went up $10,000 in value.
Yeah, it did.
No, don't mess with face mark.
The highest amount you're going to get out of your Sportster as soon as they make that announcement that they're no longer doing the Sportster, like you said, go ahead and sell it because that's the most money you're ever going to get out of it.
Yeah.
So, because as soon as people get out there and they go, because the guy that rolls up with the new Sportster is going to look at you and go, how does it feel having half the horsepower? That's literally what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it was a remake that really needed to happen, and I do think that it's going to phase that bike out.
If you
No
watch,
doubt.
if you look at watch that video, you look at the Sportsters. Realistically, the updates to Sportsters have been minimal since they first came out
Well,
in the
it's
50s.
the same bike
Yeah.
the entire time. Which is, I know you hate Indian, but the FTR, when that came out,
That's the only Indian I don't hate.
I gotta say, I mean it's a good looking bike.
I think
And
the
I
FTR is a fantastic motorcycle.
I think the new Sportster almost they're kind of.
I think that's what they're going after.
Yeah,
100%.
They're going after that
They're
market
going
for
after,
sure.
yeah.
100%.
because look, it was a.
But I don't think the Sportster is going to be as tall and as skinny as the FTR is.
No.
Well, and watch
you
this.
have a market that you have to compete with.
How
Harley
many
Davidson.
how many Sportsters when they hit the showroom floor? How many Sportsters you gonna see actually out on the street versus how many FTRs you see out? Like when we go to Nightfall.
Well,
Yeah.
when you pay $13,000 for a FTR,
Yeah.
But then again, look, Buell
Yeah. Well,
using the 1200 Sportster motor
I
made
think
a bunch of sport bike style motorcycles,
correct.
and they failed.
I think they failed because of partially because of their partnership. There was a lot of fighting that happened inside the partnership. Number one, number two, the marketing of the Buell line. I understand Eric Buell still wanted to have his name on it, but I feel like if that bike had been badged as a Harley Davidson and just had another line of Harleys that was a full-on sport bike, I think they would have sold.
Well, I think they were too early for what they wanted to do. Look, you look at the mid 2000s, everybody started making naked sport bikes,
Yeah.
and that's what the Buell was. And they were too early. They came in, they had a great opportunity to capture the market, but the market wasn't there yet. If they made that bike now, maybe if the Bronx came in with a Buell style, I think it would sell pretty damn well.
Yeah, that sport bike market. I mean, there's a lot that Harley can go after in that market.
I think they'll get it. I think the new Sportster, it'll be like the Pan America. We'll sell every one we get.
Yeah, and I think too when you start the style. I mean, of course, I haven't rode one yet, but that style of bike is going to be a good in between on somebody that's going after. They want something fast, but they also want something that's actually rideable.
So here's, I think, my opinion on the customer that we're going to see most on who buys that Sportster. Megan.
Yeah.
It's going to be someone that might have an older Softail or an older Dyna that wants a newer bike that doesn't need a touring bike because for whatever reason, maybe they already have a touring bike. Or in Megan's case, maybe if you're going to plan a cross-country trip on a touring bike, you're both going to be on your street glide or something of that nature. So she's going to be going, I want a newer bike, but I'd like to have more power and those types of things. I'm ready to upgrade. She's going to be buying the Sportster. A lot of people go, oh, it's going backwards. I don't think it's going to be. I think they're going to be positioning the Sportster where it was when it first came out. And I think that's kind of one of the things that they were trying to iterate in that video. I've said it several times. It's called the Sportster because it was Harley Davidson's sport motorcycle. And they're going to be bringing that back. They're going to be turning the Sportster back into their sport motorcycle.
Yeah, it's going to be Harley Davidson sport motorcycle. It's got to be a lot more. I mean, again, I haven't rode one, but it's got to be a lot more comfortable than any 600 or 1,000 sport bike that's on the market now.
Correct.
That's not enormous in size
Well,
and weight.
here's what I'm wondering, and the thing I've been thinking about with the new Sportster coming out and considering the Pan America. So the Sportster comes out and it has that motor in it. And they're going to come out with some classic variations of the Sportster on the new bike. Okay, so if they come out with the Bronx and then you still have the Pan America, are people going to go, is it going to get rebadged as like a Sportster Bronx or a Sportster Pan America? Or is it just going to be, a Pan America and it shares a motor with a Sportster? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know where they're going with that. I mean, I don't think Pan America buyers, it would phase them one way or the other, even if they rebash it as a Sportster Pan America.
Well, I mean, you're talking about two completely different bikes too. So they're two completely different missions. The Sportster being exactly what it's called, a sporty bike.
Yeah.
Pan America being the ADV, definitely utilitarian bike.
Well, for Harley, for years, their ADV, I mean, heck, I posted up pictures of Charlie's bike. It was guys putting taller suspension and knobbies on Sportsters.
Yeah, but that's not an ADV bike. That's something you turned into an ADV bike.
Yeah.
But now they're filling all these gaps that they had before, and it seems like they're doing it well. We'll know pretty soon on the Sportster.
Should I do that on my street glide?
Yeah.
Some
It looks like you
Some
do that on
knobbies
your
on
street
there.
glide.
I've been off-road on my street glide.
I can imagine.
Fox suspension.
I'm already considering Fox. So,
Now,
not for that purpose.
I may be incorrect once again. Not Harley guy. The
We're going to have to get you up there to ride some
I know. One
Dude,
day.
as long as you have your license, literally come up there.
Oh
Even
wait,
if
you
it's
have to have a license? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so
Like, oh shit.
even like on a Sunday, be like, Sunday I'm not going to have anything to do. We'll go up to the shop and we'll ride. I mean, that's what I did with Bill. We went up there one Sunday afternoon. He rode the live wire. Bill rode the road glide because Bill's been interested in riding the road glide. And it was a no pressure situation because I'm not a salesman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cute.
He fell in love with it.
I'm good.
Well,
Thank you.
I was going to, because I think, if I recall correctly, the new Sportster is a detuned
Yeah,
Pan America.
It's called like the T motor or the what's it called? The 1250.
The Rev Max, Revolutionary Max.
Well, but there's an indication, almost like the.
Oh, I'm sure they're
it's
giving
not
it.
the-
Somebody's
it's not
giving
the
it an
same, right?
indication.
Twin
It's got a
cam.
little bit less horsepower.
Well, it's still the 1250 Revolutionary Max. How
Yeah.
they get less horsepower out of it, I don't know because the torque is still the same.
Well, because that's what I was going to ask. as you can see, I like modifying things.
Yeah.
Can I make that 1250 the same as in the Pan
Oh, I
America?
guarantee-
Because
I
if you
guarantee
can
it
do
is.
The
that,
Pan America 1250 is a sleeved motor. So what does that tell you?
Oh, I guarantee you that Harley has already got the
Oh,
accessories for stage 2.
I almost guarantee you in R&D right now they've got like a 1450 in that same Revolutionary Max motor.
But let's think about the average rider, though. And this is, again, I've said it on other podcasts too. If you make a bike that is already good to go, do you really want to do anything to the motor? Do you really want to spend the motor?
Well, here's the other
Spend
thing
the
too.
money.
The aftermarket has yet to really get their hands on the engine of the Pan America.
Yeah.
So we don't know
It's
what
too
can be
new.
done. Right. But like on my bike, when they came out with it, they improved the airflow so much that literally what you used to do, what you used to spend $4,000 to get 20 more horsepower, now you spend $2,500 and you get 35 more horsepower. So what's going to happen to the Pan America? You start tearing into that. Are you going to spend $2,500 and go from 150 up to 180, 190 horsepower?
well, I mean,
Which is almost becomes an unusable motorcycle.
knowing motorcycle riders and the vain creatures that we all tend to be,
I don't know what you're talking about.
who does not modify a motorcycle that they get? Because it's in the United
agree with
States, we don't use them as basic transport. We use them as novelty toys to play with on the weekends and to go out to bike nights and enjoy ourselves.
I agree. I get thoroughly confused. I'll just put this out there when I'm at the dealership and it's like, oh, hey, we need to get pictures of this motorcycle. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's a 17. They'll be like, oh, it's a 17 Road King. And I'll go jump on the bike. It's bone stock. I'm like, someone's had this bike for 4 years and they put 15,000 miles on it and it's bone stock. They didn't even change the grips. What in the world is wrong with people?
Hey, when you build something right, you don't have to do anything to it.
So I guess they didn't build my motorcycle right.
Not to your qualifications.
I wanted to make it my own.
Well, all right, Liz. Every bike that you have has been modified in some way. Somewhat. I mean, I'm not talking about big
So-
engine work or
He's
anything like
correct.
Yeah,
You have
I mean,
that. And
What bike do you have
same.
in stock?
This,
Nope.
No.
is that really?
You've taken your bags. It's already also has
Yeah,
exhaust.
I guess so, yeah.
that would stop.
You've modified it to make it your own.
No, it's got a
Kirker
Kirker,
exhaust.
it's got a Kirker pipe on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got your oil gauge that doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
It can be minor things, but
It's still
Yeah,
a lot.
well,
Changing away from anything that was from a factory is modification. So even if it's removing parts from a motorcycle, that's still modification from the factory build.
I guess.
You don't even have original mirrors on that.
Look
They
at you
should-
getting
they should
called
be
out
chrome.
right now.
That's because they don't make the original mirrors for that anymore.
Really? That's crazy,
Wait,
'cause-
I've got chrome right over there. I've got an extra one.
That's so
Is that-
crazy
wait,
because
wait.
if you bought a 70s model Harley, you could buy original style mirrors for it.
Oh, and
Yeah,
brake
from
fluids,
Elvis's
too.
place.
No, out of a open up the Dragon Specialties
Oh,
catalog.
bullshit. Y'all talk about that all the time. You can't get dick for an FXR right now unless you go to someplace and pay absolutely astronomical prices. Unless
You come to the shop,
it's a
I will open up the
Cheap.
Drag Specialties catalog.
cheap ass part.
No, not all drag parts are cheap.
Not all of them are. I'm not saying
made,
they are.
made in India.
We're experiencing the same thing in the KZ market right now that the FXR market is experiencing. Yeah, you can get replacement parts all day long.
Yeah, but they're cheap
They're kinda
Chinese
fucking
knockoffs and they
Yeah.
break like your clutch cables.
Exactly. That's where we're at right now. So yeah, you can go into a drag spot. Well, I can go into a Partzilla catalog and get everything I want for the KZ or any other website. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a great part. You can get it.
Including Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. You can go on Amazon and get parts for
you
it.
get anything on Amazon.
Yeah. Necessarily.
You
not.
can actually buy an entire motorcycle
Yep.
off
On
Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bikes and Beards. Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
He bought, it's like a little 125 or something motorcycle off Amazon. It was like $2,800 or something like that. It got delivered to him in the crate. Like he had to uncrate it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did an unboxing video
I think I've never
of a
upgraded
motorcycle.
That'd be exciting. But at the same time, going back to the original conversation, if you can make that 1250 Sportster motor put out 150 horsepower by I mean, I'm assuming nowadays you've got a computer control, a tune.
And
As the
it
car
might
guys
possibly
would do.
be why it's detuned at 122. It might be something where they go, oh, hey, I tell you what, for you do this little bit, and I'll get you 150 horsepower.
Get your Screaming Eagle tune.
Yeah, well, you do
It
an
literally
exhaust,
could be something that
which
simple.
Everybody's going to do an exhaust anyway.
Everybody's
so-
going to do an
well,
exhaust.
it's the first thing that gets done.
Yeah.
Every bike in here has a new exhaust on.
We typically have, and actually I think we already do, a parts and accessories catalog for a motorcycle before we ever get the very first motorcycle. That's the Harley way.
Well, I think any motorcycle manufacturer is doing that. You have all the accessories that make it more unique
But
to you.
Well, the only thing better than selling a motorcycle is selling a motorcycle with a bunch of extra parts to go with it.
But I'll say this from personal experience, from when I spent time working at a Honda dealership, 99% of your accessories that you put on a Honda are not manufactured by Honda.
Oh no!
It's the same way it is with Harley.
But talking about
You don't have to, though.
Oh, yeah, but why would you?
I mean, Danny's bike, Danny's Street Glide that he bought with a 131 kit on it, there's not a single thing on that entire motorcycle with the exception of tab mufflers that's not out of the Screaming Eagle book. Everything else is Screaming Eagle.
He also bought a CVO.
No. That has a 131. Yeah, it's got a 131 and bars and grips that aren't factory from that CVO. Whoever built that motorcycle, opened it up, went through a whole catalog,
I know who built that.
the Screaming Eagle catalog, and chose to build it that way. But like I said, the only extra item on that bike that is not out of a Harley accessories catalog, Harley branded parts essentially, are the mufflers.
And the bars.
I'm not sure about the bars. Harley makes a handlebar that looks really similar to that too.
To the,
Yeah. I haven't paid enough close attention to the bars to know whether they're actually the Harley bars or
well, the
not.
centerpiece of the bike is the motor, so yeah, it kind of draws
Yeah.
the attention off of
Yeah.
everything else.
Well, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where...
what else do they put a 131 in?
So 131 doesn't come factory on anything. It's an aftermarket. So that was something I was trying to explain to the other day.
Like an S&S motor or something?
No,
like that?
it's a Harley engine kit. So
It's kind of like a GM crate motor.
So what it is Harley always has something bigger than what they offer straight out of the box with on their engines.
Yeah.
So like right now, straight out of the box, your biggest is a 117. That's the biggest bike you're going to walk into a non-touched Harley, straight off the factory floor, 117. But you can get a 119, you can get a 128, you can get a 131. So,
Okay.
I mean, for me, very potentially, my next motor modification on mine will be stepping up to a 119. So,
Just got to show up everybody that's around you.
yes. Yes. By Harley, you'll learn that.
Just go ahead and do the 131, why don't you?
I can't because I'm on 107. I'd have to do different bottom end to
Okay.
get to a 131.
Yeah.
Well, they sell that.
They do.
They sell that.
They do. Harley Davidson sells that. But I think if I was going to go to that point, we'd be beyond the HD brand.
Probably.
Yeah, because there's companies that sell 141s, 143s, and
Which is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what the hell you do with all that power in that kind of bike.
maybe I should get a 143 just so we learn what the hell you can do with
Yeah,
all
what
that.
can you do? Absolutely nothing more than you can do with the 107. That's
Oh.
exactly it.
Oh, so I want to put this out
Kill
too.
yourself. We can kill ourselves. It's
Yes. So I want to put this out into the ethos
fine. It's right.
for any of you listening that might know somebody, or maybe you yourself has the connection for this. I'm in the market for a new helmet. I'm seriously considering a Rock.
Simpson, all the way.
I can't do the Simpsons.
Wow.
The strap is too far back and it hits my throat.
Have you tried the Biltwell?
I have tried the Biltwell. The strap is in the same location.
Yeah, it was a little bit too tight for me.
Yeah, so I'm currently running a GTR 2. The strap is in a perfect location. But I really like the look of the Rock. So what I'm interested in currently is the Ruroc. I really like the carbon fiber look, but even if it was just the standard black helmet. So if anybody out there in the ethos has connections, or you personally are with Ruroc, hit me up. I mean, I'm interested in doing a Ruroc sponsorship. How you feel about doing a Ruroc
Hey, we need two
sponsorship?
of those because I
We
need
like
one
free
too.
shit.
Yeah. Hit us up. We want to know about it. I mean, everybody keeps talking about them, but you know the one thing I've never been able to do? I've never been able to put one on my head because everybody I know that has a Ruroc is not the same size as me. So I need to find somebody with a large Ruroc. So Ruroc does a couple different shell sizes, and everybody I know has the smaller shell size, so it's not going to matter anyways. But I need a large, but like
I need a first gen Hayabusa. If anybody wants to let me ride one of those, that'd be awesome.
With a non-extended swing
With a
arm?
non, if it has
You
any
want a-
modifications other than the exhaust, do not even contact us.
that is a rare.
I know.
motorcycle.
That's why I want to ride one so bad.
There's one up in Cleveland on Facebook Marketplace, $6,500, non-extended swing arm. Now it's painted funky.
What year is it though?
It was a 2004.
That might be the one we
It's
saw on
close.
Facebook Marketplace.
Could be.
Because I found one on Facebook Marketplace that had exhaust. That was the only thing done to it. But he was like, no, too new. So
Too new.
He literally wants like,
1999.
I was about to say 99,
Yeah.
2000. I think he cut off at 01, right?
I think so. Yeah.
99, 2000, 2001, very first gen.
I would really want a 1999 that wasn't sent back to the recall.
Oh gosh.
Good luck with that.
Back
What's the
before they
recall?
detuned-
D2?
It was lower speed. Yeah.
Yeah. They detuned them.
Why would you take it in for the recall then?
Well, most people didn't,
Okay, so
But I think,
but that was only 1 year.
wasn't that the deal? You took it in for the recall, you kept your factory warranty. If you didn't, you forfeited everything.
Which most people were like, "Well, I've already put an exhaust on this thing anyway, so that's
Yeah.
out the door." So
I've always thought it was crazy that, I put a slip on this so I no longer have warranty.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't understand, but maybe in the state of California.
Boo.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole different
Like,
problem.
that's whole different.
We are in Tennessee.
Yeah.
We're in the South.
I don't know much about foreign countries, but I hear.
Where do you hide your evap controller?
All right, are we ready for a game?
I don't know. Are we ready for a game?
Don't know.
Yeah, we can roll a game. I mean, it's been a fun one.
Megan's
It
grunting
is.
over here.
I feel like there's lots more stuff to talk about, but we can
She's like, oh.
play a game. Oh, she's grunting because she's trying to
We
find
gotta grab
motorcycles.
our phone and play.
All right, so here's what we're doing. You've heard the game.
Yep.
Have you heard the game? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
So we
the-
should put it all on Stephanie.
yeah.
Wins, I know that.
Well, no. So
The girls always give
You're
the
kind of the
fight.
administrator. Of
you're
the
an
game.
administrator of a game.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna put you on, unless you want to compete. There's not really a win or a lose, although I typically win.
False.
There's no win or lose in this game.
False.
Boss
So
man.
here's what we're
He
gonna
kept a
do.
European bike last time we did this, so false.
Okay, so here's what it is, Stephanie. You're going to have to think of 3 motorcycles, but like what we're going to do is we're going to go down the list. So she's going to give a motorcycle, okay, and we say kind of what we would do with a motorcycle, whether it's a bike we'd want to keep and just ride it, whether
Chop ride
we
sell.
really like it. Well, but it's slightly different than chop ride
Yeah.
sell. So chop ride sell, we have
Yeah.
the bag. I need to get the mobile bag. Is what I need.
Yeah,
I carry my little purse with me now. I need to just
Of
carry
course
my
you do,
purse.
Mark.
You're-
Of
you're man
course you
purse.
do.
Do
You're
you,
man
have
purse.
do you wear the fanny pack around your shoulder like all the cool kids do nowadays?
It's similar to a fanny pack. I just want to clarify it's a 511 Moab 6, so it's actually a filled ammo
Which
bag.
actually was my purse at one time.
But was purchased for what reason?
I just took it over. It's
I
fine.
purchased it because
So
the last
you
motorcycle
had
was
to
not
buy
in
it and then
storage.
give it to him?
No, I
And
bought
you
it.
weren't allowed to?
I bought it before I even got home. She took it.
He was
from me.
embarrassed. Going down to GT. Well, I can't
So,
buy
like,
this.
she'll give a bike. We'll say what we do. She'll give a bike. We'll say what we do. And you'll give a bike. So, does that make sense?
Yes, but you're also assuming I know bikes.
That's why me and Megan are on our phone right
That's why they're deep in their phones right
So
now.
that's why it's easier to administer.
For the record, Stephanie does ride her own motorcycle.
She does ride her own.
Yes,
She
that's
does.
one, and that's it.
Well, you've ridden 2 in this.
But I'm
You've
sure
ridden-
you've heard of all different types of motorcycles, right?
Well, I've heard them, but do I retain it? No.
Okay.
Yeah, she
That's
shuts
fair.
me out. She's like, "Oh, you're
Hey,
talking
she's
about new
honest.
motorcycles."
Well,
I've
here's
been
the
playing
other thing
Angry
too.
Birds for 2 hours. You've been talking this entire time?
Damn.
This is going to be difficult on Daniel because he'll be like, I don't know what motorcycle that is.
Yeah. She should make something up.
Hey,
It's easier
I
to
tell you
think.
what, let's switch it up. How about
We play the alphabet game?
no.
No.
How
We're not
about
doing that again.
I be the administrator for YouTube?
I can do that.
He's going to give us some hard.
I know.
Oh, damn it. I actually enjoy that, but it's fine.
Okay, no, Heather can join in with the administrator. She knows.
We'll team it. We'll team it.
Okay.
That's fine.
We won't put Stephanie
Megan,
too
do
much
you
on
want
the
to take?
spot.
We're going to take the pressure off of you. You like that?
Megan will love that.
Okay,
Fine.
cool. Bill, do you want to be? You want to jump in
You
on
wanna do
administrating?
that
No, he's going to
I'll
relax.
pass.
Okay, so
Him and the
Heather,
dog are sleeping
So
over
me
there.
and Trey,
Heather and Trey are administrating the bikes. Heather, you got a motorcycle?
mine will not be as good as his, but
You got he's even pulling out his phone though.
Yeah.
True.
So you do? Yeah, I mean, try to bite.
well, the first thing that comes to my mind is my favorite sport bike,
Okay,
which is the RC51.
okay. An RC, they're great bone stock. I'm gonna modify one though. I'm gonna put the best suspension on it. I'm gonna put like magnesium or carbon fiber wheels on it. Carbon fiber. I'm just gonna make it 100% my own. I'm gonna make it a bike that I'm too scared to ride because I'm too afraid of something happening to it.
RC51, make it a track bike. Just have fun with it.
I like that answer.
Don't make it for the street. Make it for something that you can go around one of the tracks that we have within 4 or 5 hours of our of here in Chattanooga because we don't have tracks here.
We got Suck Creek Road.
What? I mean, it's a fun
Well-
road, but
We got Raccoon Mountain also.
I was about to say Raccoon Mountain. That's a good road to ride. Except for when they're doing the construction where it's one way only. You got to wait for that light.
You're supposed to wait for that light?
Well,
Ain't nothing there.
I prefer not to get hit head on.
I didn't realize you're supposed to wait. All right, Lewis.
Arc.
I'm going to just ride it. I'm not even touching it. I'm
I'll
riding
ride
it.
the shit out of that.
Yeah, if I'm paying that much money for a motorcycle, yeah, I'm gonna ride the crap out of it.
I mean, what's your base price on one of those? 80?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's like 80.
Yeah, I'm not even.
For the cheap stripped down model, 80,000.
Yeah. And I tell you when I'm going to ride that thing. Just to bike night to flex. That's the only time I'm even
Oh,
riding.
absolutely. I don't know. I'll probably
Yeah.
ride that thing.
I'd be too scared to ride it most of the time.
Show up to the guy with the Boss Hoss.
But
Yeah,
you- yeah.
look what I've got.
But then you are talking about when you go, who needs 143 cubic inches? An arc, apparently.
Yeah.
But an arc, you can actually handle the power with it. Let's be honest.
I don't know. I've never rode one.
Yeah, well,
Because
I'm
those
pretty sure
Boss
that-
Hosses have what 350.
I'm going to put this out now.
V8s in
If
them.
you have an arc and you listen to us and you can bring it to Chattanooga, I don't even have to ride it. I just want
I
to
do.
see one. I just want to see one in
I
person.
know, I'd
Yeah, I
ride
really
one.
do too.
I want to see one in person.
yeah, I just want to see one.
So-
Really, honestly.
All right, Muffin.
Okay, so 0 motorcycles.
Okay,
The newest.
but
I don't know, like, models.
They came out with a new one recently.
well, they have a street version and they have a dirt version.
I don't want the
They have
version.
they have like an ADV model that police are in California are using.
We're gonna roll that one, the ADV, or we're gonna do the street bike.
I know. I
I'm
think
more
it,
of a street bike.
Okay, either way, I'm all for a fully electric, like street bike, race bike style bike, like the RC in electric. I'm all for it because you're not gonna want to spend more than 100 miles on that bike, anyways.
well, absolutely riding an electric bike around town. Perfect. Why not?
Yeah, I would so. Oh yeah. There's a couple companies out there that make like
Instant
full-on track-ready motorcycles that are electric.
Although I do have to say, having an electric dirt bike allows you to go to a lot more places than with like a two-stroke.
Well, imagine I'm not a hunter. I don't know if you are, but imagine hunting off of an electric motorcycle.
Sneak behind the deer.
TWRA is following you.
You would know if they were because you'd hear them. All right, Lewis.
All right, first gen VMAX.
Oh,
First gen. So what's that, like 97?
No, 85, 86.
Oh.
I'm gonna ride the crap out of that.
Is that your answer for everything?
Yeah, that is my answer for everything. Why would you? You don't even need to modify it. Just
Okay.
enjoy it as it is.
I am going to modify it. As crazy as it sounds.
Oh, don't you fucking dare.
That's crazy as it sounds.
Don't you dare.
I'm going to yank that motor out and build a little bomber out of it.
Cut the frame.
I might have like a 180 horsepower bomber. What kind of power did the first gen VMAX put down?
I don't know. A lot.
They were what, 120, 150s?
That was a lot in
something
its time
the
period,
80s.
yeah.
In the 1980s? Goodness. 100 horsepower
I'm
in
going
the
to do something
1980s is
stupid
a
with it.
lot.
I'm going to do something stupid with it.
You would.
Lewis hates me for that.
You would. You would.
Lewis hates me for that.
Dude, that bike, okay, so
I'm going to destroy it.
1.2.
Destroy it.
I'm going to make people hate the world. I'm going to have
Look
people
at
throwing
you.
tomatoes at me as I'm riding down the road.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
got
probably.
tomatoes over there.
Yeah, can I grab them?
Yeah, fresh.
Billy, let me borrow your motorcycle for a couple of days.
Hey, don't
That's
throw
a different
Billy.
motorcycle.
No, he's got the 2013, doesn't he?
No, he's like a 19.
Oh, no.
He's
I
got
would
the
still do the
last
same.
one.
He's got the last year.
I'd still do the same thing with his.
That one
Don't
is
ruin it.
unbelievable. I would just ride.
Okay, what you got, Heather?
Let's just do a deluxe.
Oh, well,
I love a deluxe.
you already know.
Yeah, I love
You already
a
know.
deluxe. That's my
Lewis
favorite.
would do the exact same thing, but we're talking full chrome, 21, 18, panel paint, 8, fishtails,
Cholo shit.
flamethrowers. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna go chrome?
Yeah.
On that, yeah.
On that, yeah.
Well, I thought it was black.
No, chrome's not necessarily a bad thing. It depends on the motorcycle. Depends on the motorcycle.
Yeah, I don't think.
What
it
colored
was
paint are
just
we
like
talking
that.
about?
Oh, so I would do like a panel paint. So like how they paint lowriders. So I do like bright ass colors, like bright blues or orange or green or something
Dude,
like
like
that.
the guy that came over to Bar Watson this past week, where he had the air ride on it, lower it down,
No.
big wheel in the front.
Oh, the guy that wears girl jeans?
Yeah, that one.
Just pants. The really, really very skinny pants.
Yes.
See every crease in that man's leg.
You can. I don't know how he sits down.
I could tell you how many freaking
It's not
veins he
going down.
had popping out of his leg. His pants were so tight. All right, Lewis, what you got? Last one.
TL 1000R.
I'm riding it. That's all I'm doing with it. I'm not even touching it.
You know, that was such a good looking bike. I don't blame you. I think I would do the same thing. Just
I think it's a fantastic motorcycle.
yeah, and I do think that's going to be another one that's going to start going up in value.
I think they're already going up in value. The right ones. So here's the thing: the TL1000 is actually dealing with the same problem that the Hayabusas are dealing with. There were so many people that got them, and they, it was that big old fat motorcycle. So they didn't think of it as a performance machine. They thought of it as a big old fat cruise the strip with. So they stretched them out, and they did the single-sided swing arms with 300 rear tires and all kinds of stuff. I would just ride one.
I would do.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, look, there's so many non-original examples out there.
Yeah.
Having one that's original.
Well, I thought I had found one that was original, and then I sat on it and realized that it had like a half-inch of Bondo on top of the gas tank, and I was like,
Oh, I
yeah,
remember that one.
something,
Yeah.
something funky has happened to this motorcycle. I found one, and it would look all original, looked pristine,
We went to actually buy
great
it.
deal. We went to buy it. We
Yeah.
drove 100 miles to go look at it and buy it. And when I was fiddling with it, looking at it, I'm sitting on it, I'm really enjoying this motorcycle. The salesman's like, oh, I'll be right back. Sitting there talking to her, pop the gas tank open, and I noticed a white edge, and I'm like, the paint didn't even come all the way around the Bondo where they painted it. And the Bondo was like, had dripped down into like the gas. I don't even think they pulled off the ring, the trim ring from the gas tank door when they did this Bondo job. I was just like, oh my God. I immediately looked at her and I go, if the gas tank's like that, I don't know about the rest of the motorcycle. Even at the price point it was. This was 10 years ago, and the bike was $3,500. So, which was a really good deal on that bike, but I was like, I don't know. I don't want to get into something that I don't know, because I had my helmet. I was going to ride it back. I mean, that was the thing. I was like, you're going to follow me back. I'm going to ride it back. We were prepared, had cash, everything.
You start playing with Bondo, that's a whole different problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of those things where if it had been a bike where someone went, yeah, this has been damaged, it's been repaired, they put a new gas tank and stuff on, then you go, okay, they've probably done, yeah, it's had some damage, but they paid attention to repairing it properly. This one was not repaired properly.
But they were telling you it's original.
No, they never made that statement. They were just saying it was super clean. That's sales lingo. Super clean.
Oh, that's the joys of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. So I prefer, sorry, trigger warning. I prefer the terminology unmolested. So you can take a motorcycle, put exhaust on it, put bars on it, do little things here and there, and still really consider it kind of an unmolested motorcycle. In my opinion, those motorcycles that is no longer at that point because you've went way beyond and now you're trying to have to go back.
Well, if you're putting Bondo on something that's been wrecked, there's no way that it has been meticulously maintained.
I have literally sat on motorcycles that people have rode sport bikes and been like, your forks are bent. They're like, no, it rides great. And I'm like, your forks are bent. No, they're not. They work just fine. Okay, that's cool. Your forks are bent. So, yeah, it just kind of makes you wonder.
So going back to it, finding an original example that hasn't been messed with, absolutely right.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Accurate.
100%. That's one of those bikes that it's on the list for hit the lottery, find one, start my collection. That's one of the bikes that's going in the garage.
You need a bigger garage.
Well, hopefully if I hit the lottery, the garage is going to be decent size.
The garage will be bigger than the house.
Probably, yeah. Like those the things you see, the pictures where it's like, look at this house, 16 car garage with an 1,800 square foot house. I'm like, yep, that's perfect, perfect. Well, I'm gonna need, because like what it would be like your garage would be 2 motorcycles. Obviously, I could put a lot more motorcycles in here, but I'm not going to. If I win the lottery, 2-car garage, it's 1 motorcycle per car spot.
I don't know if she lets me, maybe 5 or 6 in here. I guess we'd have to move one of the cars out, probably hers. And then
I'm starting to think maybe you need to put a lift in here just for motorcycles.
I've got the roof to do it.
So
Got the ceiling.
that way, because you could do lift up one of the Cowies and have one underneath it.
Oh no, they leak oil. I don't want to do that.
You put drip pan. They make drip pans.
Drip.
You know what I'm saying? So no, they have like the stackers like you see for car storage and stuff like that. So they'll have drip pans underneath them, and the drip pans will angle down to one point with a drain tube in case. So it's not literally just sitting there piling up.
It
can go to a drain tube. Yeah, well, I think most of the time people that are buying those quad stackers, they're usually not driving cars that also leak oil.
Oh,
Although Hoovie has the stackers in his garage, and I'm pretty sure he buys cars that leak oil.
Yeah. That's how you know it has oil in it. Like I said.
What? That it's leaking oil?
No, it's leaking gas.
Oh, that's how you know it has gas in it.
Oil too.
That makes it better.
I know it has it in there.
So what we're saying is nobody allowed to match?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't smoke too close to it.
We're all going to die.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.